Good afternoon, you guys. So I am craving salsa again, and I love it roasted. So I put a frozen jalapeno in here, and I'm going to cut the Roma tomatoes in half, and then I'm going to roast them for about 20 minutes at 390 degrees in the... Why can I not remember what it's called? It's my Ninja. Air fryer. And so I'm going to cut an onion, put it in there also, so it gets like a nice little char on it. Try to put them in there nicely. It's not happening. So I crave salsa all the time, and this one seems to be the easiest. It is the most hands-off for me also. So the plan was to have the Mexican pizzas like from Taco Bell tonight. I wanted a smothered burrito, and Anthony loves the avocado tomatillo green sauce that I make. And so we're needing to boil a jalapeno, the tomatillos, and then you will see in a minute how I make it fully. Okay, did some cleaning, and now I have a clean counter. So we are done roasting the stuff for the salsa, and I never remember how to put this thing on. As you can tell, I'm in love with this one. I like the upgraded version. So I'm gonna, everything that has been roasting is now done, so I'm going to put it in there. The jalapeno had the stem still on it, so I'm gonna chop it off, seeds and all. It never ends up really spicy. Garlic, everything is in here. I almost forgot the cilantro. I ended up putting it in a little later than this because I just have dried. So I tasted it. It tasted weird, but that's probably because it was hot. Never had hot salsa, like spicy wise, but not heat wise. Anyway, so I am now going to move to making the tomatillo green sauce. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the jalapeno. I'm going to drop the whole thing in there. And I'm going to fish these out because I'm not putting my fingers in hot water. I am going to add the salt. And with this one, I add olive oil. And if you can get your blender really going, and limes, of course. I put a little too much lime. I should have stopped at 1.5. I also could have put more avocado in it, but you know, it's all trial when you don't use a recipe. So I'm gonna cut up the avocados or fight with them. So I get the blender really going and I drizzle in my olive oil, and it emulsifies and makes the creamiest sauce. So I highly recommend this. It is everything to your taste, so try it out, you guys. It's that simple. Okay, we are rinsed and we are ready to go. I'm going to clean off some of the sauce because I don't need it in this. Yes, this one I just reached in. It was on a boil a little bit ago, but I turned it off. So these are the peppers, and I'm adding the sauce from it, or the water I boiled them in. You don't necessarily have to do that. Sometimes you can get some bitterness from that water that was used. And that was tomato paste. And so I'm going to add garlic, onion, excuse me, you guys, and some salt. It really needed salt. And then I'm actually going to take it to the stove and cook it again. Okay, so Anthony is working on the ground beef for everything. The beans are on the back burner. I just put some vegetable oil in this pan, and what I'm gonna do is make a roux. Just vegetable, actually I think mine's canola oil. Oil of your liking, and flour. I'm gonna cook it up until it starts to get a little brown. That gives so much depth, so much flavor. And then I will add the mixture from the blender. I am going to cook this on low for a little while and just let it roast. I'm making sure to get all the sides scraped down. This sauce turned out amazing. I like red because of the kids typically they don't like red. They didn't complain this time, so I'm wondering if this helped. So That was chicken bouillon, and it made a world of difference for the taste also. Okay, so now it's time to put everything together. I am just going to use this pack. I didn't have any bigger ones. The other bigger ones I had were ginormous, so there was no in between. So we're gonna just do small ones. They ended up being like rolled tacos. So I'm gonna plop some, way too much as you can see, beans down, some ground beef, roll them up as best as possible, steam side down in a pan that already has some sauce, and I'm going to repeat the process until I am done with both pans. Okay, now that I have them done, we had 2 whole tortillas left. I am going to bring the pan of sauce, what we have left. I really was only going to make 1 or 2 burritos. It wasn't meant to make a pan, and for 4 peppers, this did really good. So I'm going to smother them on top as much as you can smother with a little bit of sauce. But I'm going to get them all covered with the sauce. Pay close attention to the edges if you are truly smothering yours, so it's nice and thick on there. But I'm going to sprinkle some cheese. So all we need to do in a 350-degree oven is melt the cheese. It's melted. We are done. There's extra beans. I'm going to serve them on the side. I thinned out some sour cream, and I got some queso fresco, and Anthony broke it up with actually the meat masher that we use. And so 2 of my kids aren't big on avocados. Sorry, 2 of my kids are, 1 of my kids is not. And yes, I have a glove on, and I'm going to sprinkle it with the cheese, some sour cream. This would be for Connor. And tonight, Xander didn't want an avocado, so I wasn't about to force him. So I'm gonna just layer it down, some beans, and then for the ones who did, I being one of them, I put them all pretty on top. Yeah, I didn't care for the avocado on it. I pulled mine off and then I still didn't care for it, so Anthony ended up eating my avocado. But these two pans, we had 4 of the burritos left and everybody was full. So thank you for joining us again and listening to me ramble on. I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.